Kindness.
Kindness.
What is kindness to me?
What kindness means to us.
What does kindness look like to you?
It's all about showing a little bit of kindness.
Kindness for me personally.
What does kindness look like to me?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are good, I hope you are blessed, and I hope you are safe. So I'm not even gonna lie to you, I honestly didn't know if now was the right time to be putting out content with everything that's going on. It actually feels like the world is on fire, and I am such a huge believer in being able to read the room and how much of an underrated skill that is. So I didn't really know if now was the best time. So I asked a few friends and really did some pondering and some prayer over it. And I was actually also massively inspired by this tweet that I saw. So just to give some background. So in case you are not aware, there's been a global uprise in response to the treatment of Black people. And Auntie Jackie, who is a well-known influencer, called out all of these massive brands. I think it was PLT, Fashion Nova, and Revolve, who buy into Black culture, but somehow conveniently leave out the parts of Black culture that aren't as palatable, such as Black deaths and Black Lives Matter. One of her followers actually noticed that, she's spearheading all of these important conversations. Where is her support? Like, who is looking out for her? Obviously, she has a fiance, but in terms of in her community, who's got her back? And for me, that was the signal that I needed, because in the midst of everything that's happening, that person still found it in their hearts to offer support, to offer a hand. And that for me really gave me that vote of confidence that, right, you actually do not switch off mental health awareness because the world is burning. How are you expected to pour and fight from an empty vessel? So I'm putting this video out because I honestly think that something as small as an act of kindness can go such a long way in preserving your mental health and the mental health of the person who is receiving that act of kindness. So as some of you may or may not know, it was the month of mental health awareness, and today is actually the last day, and the theme this year was kindness. So I did some snooping and I found that the Mental Health Foundation did a survey and found that 2/3 of people who experience an act of kindness actually felt a positive impact on their mental health. And on the flip side, 2/3 of people who perform acts of kindness also found a positive impact on their mental health. So clearly something as small as being kind to someone can go such a long way. So I asked a few people to share with me what kindness looks like to them, how they've experienced kindness, and how we can be kind to people. Hi guys, as you all know, last week was the Mental Health Awareness Week, and at the moment it's all about showing a little bit of kindness to several different people in the best way that you can. So I'm just going to do a quick little video on what it means to be kind.
Kindness. I think during these tough times, most especially, but I think every day, kindness is something that we should strive to offer to one another, because you never know what anybody's going through. You never know what is happening in their life. You never know the trials and tribulations that they're going through. And a little smile, a little how you could just brighten up their day. Just that little action that you can do, that little text, that little call.
Kindness is love. Kindness is beautiful. Kindness is comfort. Kindness is something that we all need to experience. In my opinion, kindness is the most important trait to have.
Well, I think kindness is basically being friendly, generous, and considerate, being able to embrace everyone for their differences and for who they are, which I think is a big thing.
So I think for me, it's also treat everyone how you'd want to be treated equally. Yeah, so I feel like if you're going to be kind, then you'd want to think about, if someone was to come to you, how you'd want them to approach you, and like not be fazed by anything like their color of skin or the way that they dress or anything like that.
I agree with her, but there's also like body language as well, eye contact, body language, and how you send a message, how you talk to the people that asking you a question or even trying to ask for help.
I would actually categorize kindness into 4 different types. The first type being kindness to yourself. This is all about keeping an eye on yourself, checking on your well-being, making sure that, your health is top priority. The second type of kindness would be kindness to others. This involves keeping an eye out on your loved ones, your friends, your colleagues, and just being there for them when they need you the most. The third type of kindness would be kindness through charity. This involves, giving back to the community, especially in this point in time where we're facing a lot of challenges due to COVID-19. And then the fourth type of kindness will be kindness through volunteering. In normal circumstances, this involves not just giving back or volunteering through charity, but also volunteering and helping your friends, your family, your colleagues when they just need that helping hand.
Kindness for me personally is when people do selfless acts for you, where there is no expectation of anything in return, and they do it out of love, empathy, compassion, without having any expectations. Kindness is going above and beyond what you're expected to do, and also about putting yourself in someone else's shoes and trying to understand where they're coming from.
So kindness is being generous, being considerate, because a lot of times, it's not limited to just being generous or considerate. There are a lot of adjectives that can describe kindness, but it's having that open mind to sort of put others first. That's what kindness is.
So literally it could be from anything like helping anyone out, a family member, a stranger, someone in your community that needs a little bit of extra help. And it could range from, just being caring, showing a bit of love, and, just looking out for someone, especially during this time where we're all locked in and everyone's staying at home, being safe. So when you do get a chance to say hello to someone, do take that opportunity, because that could literally brighten up their day. You don't know what difference it can make to that person. So I really think, just that little bit of extra kindness is just literally going the extra mile.
I know for me, I have a friend my best friend actually, who every time we kind of feel down or just need some support, we just call each other. And we know we have each other's ears to either vent or just be that shoulder to lean on. I think that's very vital, and I think it's so important that we just all kind of aim to be able to offer that to somebody, and be more kind,
Recently, I experienced the kind of kindness I can never describe in the short time that I have here, but I just think that during this time, it's important to be kind to each other. You don't know what the next person is going through.
I think as a key worker, there's been so much kindness, seeing the rainbows everywhere, seeing people come and clap for us at 8 o'clock, I think it's been really kind, and we've all appreciated it so much. And how can we be kinder to people? We can be kinder to people. It can be as simple as just smiling someone. I remember one of the things when I was leaving my old workplace, the things I remembered was on their first day, I think they came to the canteen and they sat by themselves, and I just went up to them and was like, hey, do you want to come and sit with us? And they've always remembered that. And it's the saying that people forget what you did, what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel.
I feel like you shouldn't have to think twice about helping someone. It should just be like a normal thing that should happen. Like, just do it.
Yeah, kindness doesn't cost anything.
Literally.
I feel like in the era that we live in today, people don't do something from their heart. They always gotta measure everything they do. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a lack of humanity. I feel like this is how different random people, doesn't have to be your friends. Random people that you follow, or like random people that you see on Instagram check up on you, like, oh, how are you doing? How's it in the UK or in the US or whatever? I feel that's an act of kindness because they have the decency to ask how you are. If you're kind, you're kind. Don't be afraid to be kind. You know what I mean? And I feel like being kind makes you more beautiful when winning. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
In terms of how we can be kinder to those people around us, the first thing I would recommend is to just listen. There's a lot of people going through a lot at the moment. And, you know, if someone comes to you with their issues, sometimes all they need is for you to just listen so that they can just feel a bit of relief. Just checking up on other people around you. If you notice that someone's unhappy, you should obviously try and talk to them. You never know, that could be very helpful to them, or you could even save a life by doing that. Give back. There's quite a lot of charities at the moment that are struggling and need our help. In particular, Mental Health UK is a good charity to donate to during this mental health month. And there's also other charities that are doing a lot in terms of helping within this pandemic period. That is all for me. Thanks.
A recent act of kindness. Honestly, I see it every day, so I don't think I say enough thanks to my boyfriend. He sorts out a lot of my life admin. So I recently started food blogging, which involves me having to make a lot of food, and obviously like my time split between that and my 9 to 5. So I don't really have a lot of time in the day for him, but he's been so patient and so understanding. Like, even if it's like, so I make a lot of mess in the kitchen, you know, I'll be cooking and just, you know, everything's here and there. And he just go and clean it up and make it easy for me, do the dishes, you know, take the bins out. That is very kind of him. He doesn't have to clean up after my mess, and he does that because he knows that I get tired, and it means the world to me, honestly.
That can only really happen if we're open-minded and we do not expect the worst, because it's something as simple as letting someone in through the door before you. I mean, it's just random. Like, if you're not keeping an open mind that people are not the worst human beings ever, you start to see that you can actually begin to be kind, because it's having that open mind not to expect anything back, even after being very generous. That's what kindness is. So, over this crisis, I've been living with my girlfriend, and it's just the simple things that really matter to me. I mean, for example, she goes to the kitchen to get water for herself. She gets me water. It's as simple as that. You don't have to break the bank to be kind, but it's the simple things that count.
So I hope you guys enjoyed those snippets, or at least got something from those snippets. Like I said, I'm not in the business of watering down the current fight that's going on and the bigger picture that's around us, but I do think that implementing just small acts of kindness or small little things that we can do in our day-to-day lives will hugely impact on our mental health, and then kind of give us that energy that we need to keep fighting, to keep talking, to keep having important conversations, or just to survive the pandemic that we're in. So I'm going to link down all of the useful websites that I found throughout May, and hopefully this is something that can go beyond me. I know sometimes it's very like buzzy and like trendy to do something when it happens, but hopefully this is a conversation that goes beyond me. And this is also my own personal challenge, because mental health is something that I guess is quite personal for some people, but it is important to have those conversations, and it is important that it spans beyond the month of May. So yeah, I will leave you guys to it, and I hope you have a sensational week ahead. Stay blessed, guys.